We about ready to kick off this shindig?
Yeah, I believe in us.
Ladies, gentlemen, other beings, welcome to Fur Magic, radio, audio, video podcast where we talk about magic cards made from the fur tree.
Oh.
I've just checked my notes. We're actually still doing fair magic. Fair magic forever. Long live the fair magic. We're talking about magic cards that we make up, whether or not they're fair. In honor of the War of the Spark announcements, we are doing Planeswalkers. So put on your big boy pants, because we're going to make cards with a lot of text.
Complicated.
Yeah.
Hey, Future Will, fuck you. Let's do it.
Got him.
All right, I got one right off the top. I wanted to make a Tybalt that was better, that people would play. And here's what I came up with. He's 2 red. He comes in with 3 loyalty. His +1 is deal 1 damage to any target. His +0 is return this card from the graveyard to the battlefield. He resurrects himself. Oh, also, you have to discard 2 cards as part of that. And his -2 is copy the next sorcery you cast.
Ooh.
So
but only sorcery.
Yes, only sorcery. That is my take on the Tibbers. I feel like instant or sorcery would just be broken as fuck.
I don't think it's as powerful as many of the other things that you can be doing in any format, essentially. So I think it's probably fair.
Sick burn on Future Tybalt. That's about right. That's about right for him. Well, I'm glad. Fair magic.
No, I mean, honest to God, though, he's 2 mana,
Yeah.
and he can come in and -2 immediately,
Yeah.
and then just bring himself back.
Yeah,
He doesn't kill himself the first time, you minus.
Yeah, because
He's at 3 and goes down to 1.
That's actually kind of
which is actually
more fair.
Which is worse. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I made it 3 and not 2.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Because then you
then I'm
have
on
to
board.
use the crappy +1s.
Yeah.
All right, so I feel like I should mention that I was talking about this with Joseph Tigner, or as you may know him, Mediocre Magic Man on Twitch.com, Twitch/Mediocre Magic Man. He pointed out that Planeswalker abilities, you can't actually do them in the graveyard. Talking about. So the way it would have to work is that there would be static text at the bottom of the card with an activated ability that is discard 2 cards, put the Planeswalker back in play. I feel like I should mention at this time that I don't actually know currently how to make custom Planeswalkers very well, so
That's going to be rough for you later, then.
yeah, we're gonna see about that.
Yeah.
We can look at it.
Do some Photoshop.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for me? I know you got some spicy ones.
Well, I got one that's also mono red. So
I'm catching up on my
keep it
homework, so give me a sec.
We'll keep it on the mono
Doing
red
some
train
calculus.
here.
Mm-hmm.
So you did a nice little one, so I'll do a bigger one. This one is 3 and a red, so 5
Ooh.
total. It starts at 3 loyalty. The +1 is you windfall yourself.
Windfall is discard, draw 7.
You discard the same number you draw the same number you discarded.
Okay.
So it goes to 4 and you windfall. A -1 is shuffle your graveyard and put it on top of your library. And a -4
On top?
Yeah.
That's dope.
Ooh.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So shuffle your graveyard, put it on top of your library, and then it's a -4, so you only have to get a +1. You can do it the next turn. Each player reveals the top 5 cards of their library and takes damage equal to the total CMC of those cards, then draws them.
You did it. You made a mono red hand manipulation Planeswalker.
It's a commander planeswalker for sure.
They said it couldn't be done. And it can be your commander?
No.
Okay.
It's just a planeswalker for commander
Okay.
and not particularly for standard. Though perhaps there could be combos with putting your
there's a
graveyard
Chandra
on
that
top of
does
your library.
that as a 0, you discard your hand and draw that many +1.
Yeah.
She's like 5 mana, but
Is it Windfall for everyone or just you?
It's just you.
That's not bad.
Yeah, so you can it feeds itself. You can discard and then you minus to put those cards back on top.
What's
of
the blue-red Commander Sphinx that every time you cast a spell...
Argent.
Yeah, it'd be
Shifting
going Argent
Flame?
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
yeah.
I think it'd be an interesting planeswalker.
Locust God says, hello, new Planeswalker.
Uh-huh.
Let me get
Yeah.
that.
And it definitely punishes anybody playing Emrakul's and things like that too for the
Yeah.
ultimate as well. So
I love
that's
it.
always good.
I'm about it.
All right, what do we got, Ian?
All right. So I'm going to start with the ones that I have completed. I want to start with Jaxi,
Oh, boy.
who is in the headcanon I was creating as I made Jaxi, Vraska and Jace's child.
Vraska and Jace's child.
Yes, Jaxi. So, it is a 5-mana planeswalker,
Sorry.
blue, black, and green.
Sorry, Lavinia, you got burned.
Yeah,
Could not resist the Goigan.
I know, right? So, finally getting a Sultai planeswalker, which I have wanted for a long time, I'll admit. 4 loyalty coming in as a +2. Target creature gets -0, -X, where X is its power until your next turn. Also, I've been debating this one. If it's destroyed this way, its controller makes a 3/3 ape.
I feel like you're in black, so you don't need to add the normal blue Transmogrify Rider to removal,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
It definitely does. On the other hand,
That also
I'm also in green.
weird. Yeah.
I want there to be... No, make it like Beast Within. Just a 3/3 beast that like, blah, out of you.
So it's just a plus, what is it, a +2
+2.
for a Beast Within?
No.
Oh.
Only creatures.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
Yeah.
Pongify plus Beast Within plus -to toughness. I'm trying to get all of the Sultai things in there, you know?
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it kills +2, kills
Yeah.
something, makes a beast, and then what?
-3. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. That permanent... I'm going to make it you. Make X treasure tokens, where X is its converted mana cost.
Ooh, so you just blow stuff up and get treasure?
Yeah.
That's pretty nice.
And it's got a -7, which is each player sacrifices all non-land permanents they control and makes that many 0/4 defender tokens.
Christ.
You get an emblem with defenders you control can attack as though they didn't have defender, and creatures you control assign combat damage with their toughness rather than their power.
That is so nuts, dude.
Yeah.
What is that?
Basically, it's everybody else gets a bunch of defenders that can block one time against your now army of essentially 4/4s.
That can attack.
That
because
can
You're
attack.
giving them high alert, essentially. Yeah. And it's an emblem of high alert.
It is an emblem of high alert.
So that's interesting. That's a lot. That's like you just did the whole thing that Sultai would want to be.
Yeah.
Just about.
That's
Except maybe the what's the effect? That's the X spell, the Sultai X spell.
Villainous Wealth.
Yeah, you didn't do that part.
I should have done that, but I didn't.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
How would you
that's
even
okay.
do Villainous Wealth as a Planeswalker ability?
I think it'd be a -X on it.
No. Plus X.
Plus X? A million!
I will cast your deck, please. Cool card.
No, it's a 0, I think, and you do it for however much is on it currently,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and then how is it gonna? Yeah, as a 0 then is how it would have to be. I wanted to do something with the CMC of the revealed cards, but there's no way to do that without it being
just because-
disgusting.
so much text.
Just because we don't have enough versions of this card on the screen right now, I'm gonna hit y'all with my version of the ultimate that we already talked about, which is the ultimate is gonna be 4 + 2, so -8. Destroy all non-land permanents your opponents control. They get that many 0/4 creature tokens. Don't have defender.
Okay.
Each opponent also gets an emblem that says, whenever you are dealt combat damage, you lose the game. So now they're all playing Super Sudden Death, and you blew up all their shit. They have a bunch of 0/4 blockers,
0/4 blockers.
with reach.
With reach. I think you got to give them reach.
0/4 tree folk with reach.
Yeah.
No,
That's actually super nice, though.
The lore behind that ability must be so fucking dense.
Yeah, somebody gets commissioned to write an entire story explaining that.
Yeah.
How did
yeah.
this happen?
What went wrong?
Read this ultimate, understand it. Read these biographies on Jason Vraska. Go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have a Sultai Planeswalker as well.
Okay.
And it is it's a snake from Kamigawa, one of the Steve folk, if you will. One blue, black, green. Starts at 4. A +1 is Explore. Draw a card, put a land into play.
Nice.
A -3, so it goes down to 1. You get an emblem with creatures that are attacking you or planeswalkers you control get -1/-1.
All right.
Say that again?
You -3, so it goes down to 1 if you do this immediately. You get an emblem with creatures attacking you or planeswalkers you control get -1/-1.
Ooh, that's nasty.
Only when they're attacking you. And then its ultimate is -7. Create a copy of any number of emblems.
Ah!
We're going there.
Wow.
Create a copy of any number of emblems.
That's super fair, actually, because it's a -7
Yeah.
on a Planeswalker.
It does nothing on its own.
And the emblems had to have already been in play for 4 turns.
It's the Planeswalker Tribal emblem doubler.
All right, so if the ultimate's fair, the other ability's fair, Explorer is pretty nuts. That's draw a card, play an extra land.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
As a
+1
+1
good,
is super strong.
but it does not defend itself.
And
Yeah.
for 4,
For 4.
fair, super fair. All right, so you got a bug Planeswalker.
Yeah.
And you got a bug Planeswalker. As it just so happens to turn out, I also have a bug Planeswalker.
Oh, man.
Where's the bug Planeswalker?
We
Wizards? Give
definitely
it to
all
us,
cheated
please.
off each other.
You can tell what we like around here. Mine is very simple. It is a frog Planeswalker, a frog boy. It is a 7-mana Planeswalker
All right.
that comes into play with 3 loyalty. 3. It has 2 abilities, +1. Create a 3/3 frog. Exile target creature until that frog leaves the battlefield.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
-6. Put all creatures exiled by this Planeswalker into play under your control. They are frogs in addition to their other creature types.
What? So it starts at 3 and it costs what?
6. The ultimate is
6.
6, and it is a 7-drop Planeswalker,
7-drop
that
Planeswalker.
+1s exiles dudes and gives
Yeah.
them frogs.
I think you could well, it's probably costed right. I don't know. You could maybe add loyalty to it, but 3's probably fine
5.
because it does remove things and give you dude.
All right, so it starts
Yeah.
at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So -9, same ultimate, and it's a
Yeah.
+2 loyalty ability.
Yeah,
That'll
it's the
buff it
same
up a
number
little
of
bit.
turns then.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
number of turns, just harder to kill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
That's
think
about
that's
as
fine.
much as we
Just
can do.
because, yeah, because 6 mana is a lot. So
yeah.
It's also super strong, though.
Yeah.
it is good.
Like, its plus, just by itself, can
Just
definitely
blasting.
win you the game out of
Yeah,
nowhere.
you need to be very behind for that not to put you ahead.
Yeah.
So
And then the ultimate is just disgusting.
I really want to do a smash cut to just a selfie of Michael Denfeld, but like make it black and white and just have that quote. And you have to be very behind for this not to put you ahead. I might do that.
That's
good
nice.
night and good luck.
All right, what other Planeswalkers we got?
All right, so in the vein of very large planeswalkers, I have got Uril the Ascended, because I love Uril.
Uriel of Planeswalkers.
He is white, red, green, and 4, so he is 7 mana.
Does he have hexproof?
No. However,
Ooh.
we'll get there. He comes in at 5 loyalty as a +1. Create an aura with Enchant Permanent. Enchanted Permanent has hexproof, and the aura has totem armor.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Enchant permanent?
Yeah.
You're creating token auras?
Yes.
If
it
a
has been
pla-
done before.
If a planeswalker has totem armor, it'll stop bedevil,
Yes.
but it won't stop damage from killing the planeswalker.
Hold up.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure there's like a specific rule against. No, that's enchant creature, right?
Estrid's masks you can put on planeswalkers.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
those do the
Alright.
same thing as this.
Yeah.
And it's hexproof and
Hexproof and totem armor.
hexproof totem. Ah.
Yeah.
And that's the +1?
Yeah. It's 7 mana. What do you want?
I don't know. The ability to interact with your board
No. That's not what Uril
in a
likes.
meaningful way.
Nope. All right.
All right. And then it has no more abilities, right?
No. It has a -2 with create an aura with enchant creature. Enchanted creature gets +X/+X, where X is the number of enchantments in play, and can't attack you or players or planeswalkers you control.
In play or under your control? Because they don't do
Under
it
your
in
control.
play. Okay,
Yeah.
they don't do it in play much anymore.
Yeah.
So it just buffs everyone for your total number of bullshit enchantments and is a Val also.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yeah, I
That's
like
nice.
that ability.
Yeah, because it makes you a little more political. Like you can put it on somebody else's
Yeah.
creature to make it huge.
Yeah, and this is 7 mana, so I think
Yeah.
both of these abilities are probably
you
fine
get that
because they
bad
don't
boy
really
out
protect
with
you.
the chain veil also. And you're like, surprise! Swing for another 10. Blah!
Yeah. So there's that. And his -8, so he starts at 5 and it's a +1, so it's at least 3 turns before he can do this. You get an emblem with, at the beginning of each player's upkeep, goad all creatures that player controls.
Does that include you? Each
The
opponent?
way I wrote it, yes.
Your
I don't know
creatures
if I
can't
like
attack
that.
you.
Yeah, but they still have to attack.
They do have to attack.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I think it could be opponents, but
Yeah, I think, yeah, at the beginning of each opponent's upkeep.
if
Let's
this were like black or something, you could maybe
Uh-huh.
say make it do yourself too. But yeah,
Yeah.
I think that's fine because like this is you're really thinking multiplayer for this.
Yeah.
This feels like a card that could be a commander, honestly.
Yeah, I think yeah.
Like it feels similar to Estrid, so I don't think they'd print something like this because they just did that. But if they wanted to do Estrid the right way,
Yeah, if
the
Estrid
right
were
color
to be not
combination,
garbage, this seems more right.
I mean,
Burn
blue
on
is definitely
Estrid.
better than red on as color basis, but
Yeah.
like for enchantment or a tribal,
Yeah.
red is arguably
It
adds
feels
a lot
more
too.
right.
I don't know.
That's pretty wild.
No.
I got one for you.
Yeah? Is he a big boy?
No.
Okay.
Well, actually, no. He's very expensive, but he has shit loyalty.
All right.
7 colorless, 2 loyalty planeswalker, +1 create a 1/1 servo.
Oh my,
Sorry, it's a 3 loyalty.
3 loyalty,
No, he's 2.
2.
2 loyalty. His +1's create a 1/1 servo. His -2 is create a non-legendary copy of this planeswalker. And his -3 is create an anthem with each creature you control gets +1/+1. So he's a planeswalker factory.
The ultimate is a -3,
-3.
so you only have to go up 1 before you can do the ultimate.
Yeah. You can make a token and ultimate, or you could make a token and then make another planeswalker, and then have that planeswalker make a token and then make another planeswalker. And you start making
So it's sort of like Mishra's Self-Replicator, except with a planeswalker.
on super steroids.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Jace Cunning Hideaway, whatever,
Yeah,
stowaway
yeah.
guy. It doesn't feel totally broken. I
Like,
think
it
the
gets
play pattern is just if you're even or a little bit ahead, you're just making dudes every turn and blocking with them until he's at a lot of loyalty, then making a lot
Until
of
you
planeswalkers.
cast that, it resolves. You have 1 more mana. Windmill
Also-
Slam the Altar of the Brood.
This does that combos with a lot of cards
Yeah.
because some of the oaths do things when planeswalkers come into play. So you can just
Oh, I'd
infinite
forgotten that.
planeswalkers.
Yeah.
There's also the one that adds a loyalty when it comes in, so you could immediately
Get that
continue
info.
ulting them and they'd stay alive.
Yeah.
Oath of Gideon adds a loyalty. So I think
Yeah, it's a card that's like
maybe the
mediocre at best if you don't like abuse it, but as soon as you even begin to abuse it, it gets super strong.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
think
like the Niv Mizzet of Planeswalkers.
Pretty much, yeah.
I think that's why the Jace that does that, the ultimate, is the one that makes more copies of him. This is just the minus, so maybe it just needs to be costed slightly higher for the minus effect.
What if his minus was -3 and you made 2 copies of him?
So you have to tick up and then you kill him to make 2 copies.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Oh man, that's so wild.
Yeah. Make him like blue-green or something, like he's an ooze just splitting. And
Ooze Walker?
That actually feels fine because
mitosis.
at that point you're picking between getting an anthem and getting 2 copies of him. So
Sorry, are you proposing that he has 2 -3s?
that that's that.
Yeah,
I don't
why
know.
not?
That seems interesting.
2
Yeah.
-3s and a +1? Oh, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I love it.
Yeah.
You know what? I would start him at. Well, you start him at 2, right? Yeah, I guess that's what you have to do. Yeah.
How aggressively can we cost this dude? He's making ooze tokens.
Making copies of itself runs away with games.
Yeah.
So
But it's not an instantaneous copy anymore.
No, it is delayed a turn, but you do get a blocker.
Yeah. I would say you could probably get away with 5 mana, I think.
5 would be pushed.
Also,
I'd say.
when you ult him, you get 2 blockers.
Right, yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd say 5 is like, because like what is the ooze card from this set? Makes an
Biogenic?
ooze. Biogenic ooze.
Yeah, it's like
Makes
6
an ooze when it
toughness
comes in.
for 5.
Yeah, it comes in, puts counters on things at the end of the turn. So that's 6. Yeah. The power levels would be on par with that, I think, but it wouldn't be broken at 5.
I would say 2 green, 2 blue, and 1.
I like
Get
it.
away with that
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's $10 card right there.
Yeah.
Like,
Big boy crash.
People are gonna be getting those.
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, I got a prison planeswalker. This is for death and taxes. It's a 3 mana white planeswalker, 1 white, and this is a guy from. This is like an Auriok scavenger kind of dude from Mirrodin. This is one of the few that's left. He's the guy who keeps the Phyrexian ooze samples that the Resistance has. They're studying it and stuff. He's the one who's responsible for its safety. So he's got a +1 that players can't search libraries until your next turn and gain 2 life. And he starts at 3 loyalty. So this is a +1, can't search libraries, gain 2 life. another +1. Players can't draw cards except for the first card on their draw step until your next turn and gain 2 life. So kind of mirroring can't do abilities.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's a -7, so it's after 4 turns of plussing. Each opponent gets an emblem with they can only attack with 1 creature each turn.
I like it. But I think the ultimate should be each opponent can't cast more than 1 spell each turn.
That is a better prison ability.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I like that
Plus,
better.
That is so oppressive, dude.
Yeah, and it's a thing that White already does with,
Yeah.
what is it? Eidolon of Rhetoric,
Yeah.
Rule of Law, those sorts of things.
Yeah, I like that better. Can only cast 1 spell each turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so when Planeswalkers transform nowadays, do they exile?
They have to, yes.
Yeah.
Because
Exile and
otherwise
then
they
come
wouldn't
back.
have loyalty
Yeah.
on them.
All right, that's going to make this more difficult, but we're going to do it anyway.
Nice. All right. So I have got... This started as a Domri Planeswalker, but now it's just a Grixis somebody. I don't know. So it's just Grixis, 3 mana. Comes in at 3 loyalty and has a +1. Make a 3/3 demon with, on your upkeep, you lose 2 life.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't have haste or anything like that, so it's just make a blocker, sort of, but it costs you. It also, gets worse the more you have of them, because that's a lot of life you're losing.
Mm-hmm.
But, -2, duress target opponent. Just look at their hand, remove a non-creature, non-land. -6, at the beginning of each end step, each opponent discards their hand.
That's the emblem?
Yeah.
That's so nasty.
So the loyalty starts out as
At 3, and he only has a +1.
and only a +1. And this is 4 or 3?
This is 3 mana,
3.
just Grixis mana.
Yeah.
Blue, black, red.
I think it's
It
fine.
seems all right,
yeah, I
actually.
think it's fine.
It's just straight up Grixis for 4.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
I love that demon token.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good.
Yeah. I think that's very playable, but not oppressive.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to enlist your guys' big brains on this. We're going to make a red-white planeswalker that transforms into a fucking sword and then transforms back. Or maybe doesn't. Maybe that's the oldest, that it just turns into a piece of bomb-ass equipment.
No.
Yeah.
You can actually totally do that. There's a chain of enchantments that can do this already, where you can equip planeswalkers to creatures. So if you can do that just by changing card types, you can do it without exiling. So...
But I want it to actually transform into a sword. Like, that's the point
The
of
other
this.
side of the card is a sword.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. So,
Okay, so Kaya then
Okay.
has a 0, which exiles her and another creature and brings her back. Mm-hmm. So it's sort of like a loyalty reset for her.
yeah.
So make all of the abilities minuses is what I'm thinking, and then
Oh.
a 0 that just resets her back to her starting, which is turned into an equipment.
Oh. Well, why don't we have the equipment essentially be the ultimate, and it's a 0, but it requires certain conditions to flip. So you would only use it if the conditions were met.
You could do a tiered thing with that, like if it has X amount of loyalty, it gives vigilance. If it has X amount, it gives trample.
And if it has a higher, you transform it.
Yeah,
But how do you keep track of the loyalty when it's flipping?
you give it X other kind of counters when it enters transformed.
Oh, my God.
Or you could just not have it transform back.
Yeah, at this point, I'm thinking it doesn't transform.
Yeah,
back.
if you do it as the
Which is
ultimate,
kind of tragic from a flavor perspective.
Yeah.
But it's kind of a good story too.
I came here to do one
good
thing:
story.
turn to a sword,
Yeah.
and kill Bolus.
So I'm thinking like a 4 mana, 2 in a red and a white. Come in with 3 loyalty. Got a +1 that says discard a card, then draw a card. If you control 2 or more artifacts, draw 2 cards instead of 1. And then let's see. We're doing a minus and then a 0 as the ultimate. Right?
no, I think we should do.
Or are you trying to do the reset?
I was trying to
like
do
the
the reset thing. I mean, it's just sort of
So
two
a
different design
0
perspectives
that
on the card.
flickers it or something.
Yeah. But I was thinking originally that you would turn into an equipment with equip like 1 or something, and then revert back at end of turn.
All right.
Sounds like two different things we're doing here.
Yeah,
Here we go.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-mana planeswalker. Comes into play with 3 loyalty. It has a -2 ability, which is target creature deals damage to itself equal to its power.
Okay.
It has a -1 ability that's discard a card, draw a card.
Yeah.
And then it has 0, exile this planeswalker and return to the battlefield transformed. The transformed side is a sweet sword with some abilities. Gives it like flying and death touch or something. Flying lifelink, probably.
Sure.
When it enters, it has equip 3, I want to say.
Okay.
But when it enters the battlefield, you can attach it to a legendary creature.
Ooh, I like that.
And then when you deal combat damage with it, detach and transform it.
Oh, so you could activate it twice in a turn that way.
Yes.
Well, no, just once, because it would turn itself into a sword, and then you would activate it again second main phase. Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah. If you have multiple combat steps, it gets out of control.
Yes, it does.
That's interesting. There's a lot
That's
you can do
super
there.
cool.
Ah, sword planeswalker.
Yeah, we
did it.
That's actually really interesting design space.
And it's a red-white planeswalker that is sweet and
Yeah.
not Nahiri. Nahiri can
And
turn
draws
into-
you cards.
She's a whatever mancer. She could turn into a sword.
Yeah, Lithomancer, why not?
Yeah, maybe
I'm
it's
still
Nahiri.
on Team Armageddon, Ajani's ultimate for his red-white card.
All right, do we have any more? Or do we do the Pinterest?
I got
lightning round?
well, since we're talking about exiling flickering planeswalkers and
Oh,
things.
boy.
This is my worm planeswalker.
Oh, no,
He's
I tried
not.
to come up
It's
with one
not
of these.
really sentient. It's just a worm that lives in the aether and kind of goes
Okay.
throughout it. So it's obviously it's teamer. It's
Obviously.
7.
Obviously.
This is a 7-mana planeswalker.
Sure.
It's
All right.
1 and 2 green mana and 2 red mana and 2 blue mana.
Okay.
So it's super color intensive.
Yep.
It starts at 4 loyalty. It has a +2 that's exile any number of other non-land permanents you control until the beginning of the next end step. For each permanent you exile this way, deal 1 damage to target creature.
Whoa.
So it flickers a bunch of things you control, brings them back, and it's going to shoot creatures wherever you want 1 damage to creatures for each
so
one you do.
It's not target creature. It's not like one creature that you're just blasting 6 times.
No, you
spread it
you
out.
get 6 different pings
Gotcha.
Wow.
if you exile 6 things.
I have a change I think you sort of have to make to that until your next upkeep. Because otherwise, it is super strong.
Oh, in terms of giving everything vigilance, you
Yeah.
mean? That could be fair. I think either way, maybe.
Well,
let me finish.
Yeah, sure.
So it starts at 4. So the second ability is a -4. It kills itself right away if you do this.
Uh-huh.
Draw 3 cards, then put up to 2 lands or 1 creature card from your hand into play.
Ooh.
That's
But that's
pretty
for 7 super color intensive mana. So
7,
sure.
So it draws 3, puts something into play. So that's like the ability where if you need to do something now,
Yeah.
that's what you do.
good. For 2 of 3 of each, for 2 of 3 different colors and 1, you can go nuts about butts.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly. So that, and I don't even think, like, I think it's good because if you do plus, you can do that the next turn. It's still alive, which is good. But
yeah, I like that.
and then the ultimate is a -12.
Oh, man.
So it's a lot. You get an emblem with whenever a player casts a spell, draw a card, then put a permanent onto the battlefield from your hand.
Yeah, I mean, 12 loyalty.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Yeah.
And it takes how many turns to get there?
It starts at 4, so it's 6, 8, 10, 12, 4 turns, and then the next
So on
turn.
the 5th turn.
On the 5th turn
yeah.
after, yeah.
On the 5th day.
The game was ended. You're no longer playing Magic.
So there you go. That's Tyrus the Aether Worm.
Uh-huh.
That seems right. Yeah, flickering creatures, the 1 damage is neither here nor there. The flicker any number of creatures is what is absolutely nuts.
Yeah. It enables a really busted teamer flicker deck for sure.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, you look at something like Venser, the blue-white Venser. He exiles one non-land permanent and returns it to play as a +2.
Yeah.
And he's 5 mana.
Yeah.
Much less color intensive, but at the same time, like...
I have a Buck Wild.
Ooh.
Go ahead.
You go first.
I have a Buck Wild alternative +1 to propose.
Okay.
Which is instead of exiling them, you return any number of creatures to your hand.
Oh, actually, that's interesting. Yeah.
You deal 1 damage for each one.
And I like non-land permanents still, so you can play with all your crappy little 1 mana
non-land
things.
permanents, pick them up,
Yeah.
and then either at the end of your turn if you want to be super pushed, or at the beginning of your next upkeep, put that many creatures back into play.
Oh!
So it's just like polymorph kind of?
It's like,
Almost.
surprise, different
Yeah.
creatures. Weird, almost as if I had an emblem in play that made me draw cards and do crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
Because we've been playing this game of EDH for
So
too
yeah,
long.
you broke it. That was good though.
Yeah.
I want my busted Teamer Planeswalker too.
So here is my change to the plus. Make it still a +2, but instead it's target non-land permanent you control.
Okay.
But when it re-enters the battlefield, you deal damage to a target creature equal to its CMC.
When it enters again. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Make
it would
end step.
It would still be end step.
Yeah. That seems fine.
Yeah.
Comboing off that, you pick up a creature, put down a different creature, deal damage equal to the new creature's power.
Oh God, no!
I like all of these ideas. All of these ideas are good.
You got to understand, like those are the most. Master Transmuter is one of the most busted cards in Magic.
I understand.
Like
I've been
Yeah.
on both sides of it.
you can't just throw that around willy nilly. It's too much.
I'll Planeswalker for free. You don't
Do
even
you
pay
like
mana.
playing Dross Scorpion?
No.
All right, let's go to this lightning round.
All right, let's do it.
How are we doing on time? Okay, this is a super long episode of Fair Magic for some reason.
It's like we had super complicated cards to talk about.
Almost like that's the subject.
So we're gonna do
Thank you for watching
two,
for this long.
1, 3 Planeswalkers. Let's do 2 and then see where we're at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I gotta pick.
Good guy and a bad guy.
Yeah.
All right,
Good guy.
here's a good guy, good girl.
Oh my God, it's Mufasa.
Yeah, dude. What? Oh, the lion is the Planeswalker.
It's a Johnny's cousin.
This is getting weird, dude. Wait, are you implying that Johnny's cousin is this dude on all fours? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
But he's got. You know what? we're gonna abort joke. Abandon joke. Bail out from joke.
Yep.
All right. So we got a Vidalkin or possibly a cat or both. What are we thinking?
I mean, the Vidalkin's clearly the one doing the magic, so I guess it's got a lion familiar.
Uh huh.
All right, I got a wild one for you.
What's up?
All right, I think it's probably gonna have to be Bant based on the colors, maybe blue white.
Mm-hmm.
So it is a 6 loyalty planeswalker with 2 extremely long abilities.
All right.
The first one is a -2 that creates a 2/2 Vidalkin wizard token with flying that has when this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw 2 cards, exile this card, and add 2 loyalty to this planeswalker. Then the other ability is a -4 that creates a 4/4 lion token with menace that when he deals combat damage, you can put a land from your hand into play, and then exile the lion, put 4 loyalty back on the planeswalker. So the loyalty just turns into tokens that do wild shit, and then go back onto the planeswalker.
And it's just 2 abilities.
Just 2 abilities.
And the secret
That's
is that, in fact, both creatures are the illusionary creature. and the
is no
real
planeswalker.
planeswalker is a little goblin that's just floating in the middle.
Oh man, that's gonna be fun for me to Photoshop that goblin.
Oh, yeah. No, it's like totem armor. You know, you got the people floating around in the beasties. It's nice.
Hyena Umbra. It's the only way to travel.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think I can top that for a planeswalker design.
Yeah, I think you nailed it.
But I will say this gives me the idea how what's that game Smash Up, right? Where,
Yeah.
that you pick 2 decks and it just randomizes. Like Magic needs to do that with creature types and
Yeah.
have a set where it's like cats and Vidalkin are like a team now. And there's a bunch of Vidalkin cards that help your cats and a bunch of cats that help your Vidalkin. And then do the same with like 5 other creature types.
Yeah.
That'd be wild. Going back to Lorwyn style.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like super tribal, but it's weird because there's 2
Yeah.
different tribes and they
Yeah.
have to work
They
together.
haven't done that before.
Yeah, that's interesting.
All right, before we leave this, let's come up with names for this Vidalkin lion combo.
Giovanni,
Giovanni
the lion.
is the lion.
I'm gonna go with Bipsy, floating
Bipsy.
Magus.
Floating Magus. Bipsy and Giovanni. Nailed it.
Yep, we got there.
All right, this is my last image for you guys.
Oh my goodness.
It's a sort of undead-looking machine man.
It's a Mars creature.
It's a time,
It is a Mars creature.
It's a time for a Phyrexian planeswalker, I wonder.
Ooh.
They can't have a spark. Sorry.
Damn,
Canonically?
got owned.
Canonically.
Oh, man.
Yep.
That's a bummer.
Yep. Phyrexian oil doesn't go well with sparks or something.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's why Karn
You know,
was like no longer had a spark.
Oh, yeah.
With the oil.
Jin
That makes
Cataxius is
sense.
working
And then
on it.
Venser was like, here, have this spark.
Uh-huh.
And then he was no longer all Phyrexian.
Listen, man, Jin Cataxius is hard at work. He will figure out a solution.
He will.
any day now.
It has been demonstrated that you
Fair
can
enough.
technologically planeswalk.
If we can have an Aether worm that can go through the Aether, we can have a Phyrexian that figured it out.
Yeah. All right.
Or maybe this is the first one. Hey ha.
Okay.
All right. I think his name should be Falgor the Unhallowed, and
Okay.
that's all I've got.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay, so +1. +1.
What colors is he?
Oh, okay. I have
Just
the
black, red?
ultimate. I have the ultimate. I
All
don't
right,
have
all right.
anything else.
All right, what's the ultimate?
The
Yeah.
ultimate is a -7. Each non-basic land is a swamp.
Each non-basic is a swamp,
Ooh, I like that.
and is that like Blood Moon where it just fucks
Yeah.
him?
Blood Moon,
Yeah.
where it's just
So-
a swamp.
Okay, so he's mono black,
Yeah.
2 Phyrexian black, and he has to be like 3 because you can't cast him for anything
Right.
less than 3.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So we'll say like, let's give him one normal black, and one Phyrexian
No.
black. No,
Can't
we're
do
not going to
that.
split that.
Nah.
This is not MTG
All right,
cards.
we can do Phyrexian black.
All right,
3 in Phyrexian black.
3 Phyrexian black, 2. Nope, that's terrible. You can't do that. 2 Phyrexian black, 3 colorless, at most.
Yep, that seems right.
Okay.
Let's go with that.
5 Phyrexian black. No.
Yeah.
Okay, so his -7 is Urborg all up on your shit. Except for not even Urborg, it just turns them into swamps.
Blood Urborg.
Darker Blood Moon.
Blurborg.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Swamp Moon. We're
Yeah,
getting there.
Swamp Moon. There you go.
okay, he has to have like a surgical extraction ability because people
Ooh,
fucking hate
yeah.
that shit.
Uh-huh.
And both of his abilities are minus, and his top loyalty ability is lose 2 life, gain 2 loyalty counters on him.
So is it 0?
Yeah,
Okay. 0, lose 2, put 2 loyalty on him.
yeah.
Make it like Necropotence.
Lose X?
Lose X, put X loyalty on him, and make his ultimate at like 12.
Interesting.
Yes, I love it.
So then what's his middle
It
ability?
needs to be good.
Yeah.
'Cause that first ability sucks. Because you're only gonna ever use that if you want to get to the ultimate at that point,
Well, sure.
or if you want more to get to use the minus,
So
whatever this is.
So he destroys all non-basic lands, basically. He turns them into swamps.
Mm-hmm.
What's another iconic mono black thing? He like total hand discard, like you just dumpster people's hands.
What if he just dark ritualed as a
For,
-1?
That is actually pretty nutty.
Yeah. That's super good. Because he's basically free at that point.
Yeah.
Because you play him and he's 3
Yeah.
real mana,
Yep.
and you
So-
play him and just,
The only thing he does is add mana and turn non-basics into swamps,
Yep.
and you have to pay life to get it to the point where he can do the second
either of those
ability,
things. Yeah.
or to continue doing that first
So
ability.
it costs 12, and he should probably come into play with like 5 loyalty,
I was thinking 4.
4. Then
As
for
a 4 mana total or 5 mana total?
-3, add 1 black mana for each swamp target opponent controls. And that combos with his ult, where you turn somebody's stuff into swamps, and they
Yeah.
just get a billion mana.
Although this is like the Liliana that fetches you swamps is kind of like the ultimate is add 4 black.
Yeah.
So that kind of like touches on that Planeswalker design, I think. So maybe not just a mana based one. If we could veer it towards like, I like the surgical extraction idea. Have that as like,
Ooh. Make it a... So he comes in at what, 4 loyalty?
Yeah.
So make it a -4.
Okay.
Infinite Obliteration. That is a card from Magic Origins.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which is search your opponent's graveyard, hand, and library for a card name. Exile all copies of that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
And you could just load them up and infinitely obliterate a whole bunch.
Yeah. Just
Or you
over
can
and over again.
Go for the ult.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd do it.
Yeah.
And it's non-land, so you can't like get rid of their land base. But
Because some people are going to go balls to the wall and be like, -8 life, infinite obliterate a bunch.
Yeah.
just turn after turn.
Yeah.
I was thinking instead of the paying life to put loyalty on him, you could do the surgical extraction ability as the thing that puts loyalty on him. You hit a card, target a card in their graveyard. You exile that card and you search just their library for all other copies of that card. For each copy you exile this way, you put a loyalty counter on it.
What?
Ooh,
That's so wild.
I like that though.
I like that too.
Yeah.
So if they're playing a lot of 4-ofs, you get more loyalty.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we should make his ultimate like a -8 then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's maybe a little more reasonable since you can't just get there immediately.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. That has been Fair Magic Planeswalkers Edition. We did it. Quite possibly one of the longest episodes we've ever recorded. Shout out to my boys in the studio and all of our fantastic fans. We love you very much. Special shout out to Cam and Shannon, who catch me on the regular talking about the show.
Aw.
And our newest fan, our boy, we're going to have to cut this because I can't fucking remember his name. Dave Hawkins. Sorry, Dave. And catch me on the flip side when I remember names in a timely manner.
Uh-huh.
And we're out.